Hello! So hey, I've got a handful of carbon steel cooking utensils, pans, skillets, whatever, that the manufacturers have sent me with instructions to season them like they are cast iron. And I have not had really good luck with that. So what I'm doing is following instructions that I've seen posted about seasoning woks using an old Chinese Asian method. So I have a carbon steel pan, and I have sanded it down to bare metal. It was a made-in carbon steel 12-inch skillet, and I just I've had it about a year and a half, and it's a love-hate relationship. Um, Sometimes it works great, sometimes it works like crap. So we're going to try to make it better. So what I've got here is a couple of propane tanks, and what you see right there is a Harbor Freight Special. It's a weed burner, but that's actually what I use to light my smoker, the Beast, when I'm lighting nothing but wood. I don't use charcoal when I'm cooking. I just light a huge fire in the belly of the Beast. So, and then this is a banjo burner, and that is what I use when I'm brewing beer. So it's a gargantuan. It's like 200,000 BTU, and then we're going to put a skillet on here, and we're going to cook the crap out of it. The basic premise is that mild steel or carbon steel that you get for cookware, as it comes from the factory, it will oxidize with iron, and that's what makes it rust. But if you heat it to over 550 or 600 degrees, it will actually turn to blue steel. And that is actually a barrier against rust, and it will be more accepting of an iron, or I'm sorry, an oil coating to make it more non-stick. So we're gonna try this out. All right, here we go. This is my handy dandy Harbor Freight weed burner, which I use to light fires. Not like arson, but like this. So we're gonna light the banjo burner. Like that. And then we're gonna put the skillet on there, like that. What we're going to do is apply high heat, about 1800 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to make this thing blue. Hopefully you saw a little bit of the wrong hand. transformation, but that is now a blued skillet at about 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. And the next step will be seasoning it, but now it is a rust-proof or a rust-resistant coating, unlike bare steel. Alrighty then. So we've got the cast iron pan and the carbon steel pan in the oven right now. The carbon steel pan is the one that we've been working on for the past few days to try to get it seasoned to the point where it is going to be reliably non-stick. So we've gone through a number of different steps, including heating the absolute crap out of it and turning it blue and all that. So now I am going to season that in the oven, and have been for the past couple of days, actually, a little bit at a time, along with a new cast iron pan that we got from Stargazer, which is one of the newer companies. They're based out of Pennsylvania. And it's a lightweight, micro-finished cast iron pan. So have high hopes for it, and also have high hopes for the carbon steel pan that we have from Made In. So they've both been sitting in here. You can see we're got it on convection right now at 425 degrees. They've been in here for a little bit. So I got one above the other. We've got aluminum foil down in the bottom. Just to catch any residual oil that may drip. But what we're doing is we're wiping on extremely thin layers of oil, and we're using grapeseed oil. A lot of folks that you'll read about on the interweb will tell you to use flaxseed oil. They're wrong. Flaxseed oil tends to flake off if you don't do it correctly. Grapeseed oil is much more forgiving, has a smoke point that's about the same point. It's unsaturated oil, and it gives much better results for the casual user. But here's the carbon steel pan, so you can see I've still got some iridescence in there from when I hit it with the torch, and we've got a pretty good layer started on there. For the polymerization of the grapeseed oil, flip that back over. And here's the Stargazer. You can see Stargazer cast iron, made in the US of A. Try not to destroy myself here. And we're getting a nice coating started on that too. So I bought this purposefully as a unseasoned pan. So you can see it's starting to beat up there. What I'm going to do, hold on a second, as I go get paper towel. Use a paper towel. So we're going to buff this out a little bit real quick right here. You could see that it was starting to beat up a little bit since we're starting to get to a pretty good surface. And then we're going to get that really blended in nicely. The last thing that you want to do is have your layer of oil get too thick, otherwise it gets sticky. Turn upside down again. So anyway, that is seasoning carbon steel and cast iron 101. I'm going to keep on doing this for a little while, but later on this evening these guys should be ready to use. All right, so we did a handful of seasoning runs in the oven at 400 degrees. And then I did a couple of seasoning runs on the cooktop, just with heating the pan and doing very light coats of oil. And now this is the trial run, the maiden run, if you will. I'm going to make a red Thai curry tonight. And this is chicken, but this is the first time this pan has been used since I did the seasoning run, starting with heating the crap out of it back last weekend. But you can see this. Right now it's slick as snot. So so far so good. And we're going to do the chicken real quick, and then we'll put that. I've got the red curry going in here. There's some bird's eye peppers in there, and then got some basil and some peppers and garlic, and then some mushrooms and all that fun stuff. So, but right now we're just going to cook the chicken up. and put that in, and get the sauce going, and then we'll put some jasmine rice together. And I've also got a loaf of sweet milk bread going. So we'll see how it works out. But so far so good. It looks like it's working pretty well. All right, here's round two. We've got some vegetables in here. We've got orange and yellow and red bell peppers, white onion, and garlic. And it is slick as snot. So we got the curries going in there. Just that's black pepper, and the chicken is now in there. But man, look at that. That is about as non-stick as you can get. And last but not least, some mushrooms. Not too shabby. Okay, so dinner is finished. The curry turned out well. Nick is over there eating the crap out of it right now, and seems to give a thumbs up of approval. So what we're doing is just wiping down the pan with a very, very thin layer of grapeseed oil and heating it up on one of the big burners again. And as soon as that's done, we'll just let it cool down, and we'll use it again. But after cooking all the chicken and the vegetables and all that, we just wiped it out with a paper towel, and it came clean as a whistle. But it's so far so good.